How old's your son now?
5.
5. No shit,
yeah. He's eye level of when you wake up.
Yo, don't they do that when they kind of like stare at you?
Dude,
do you have that? Sometimes I wake up and they're staring at me, and I'm like, were you about to do something? Are you about to like try to murder me? What's going on here?
He's very funny. He's He's so great, man. He's like in Taekwondo. He's getting belts and shit.
Kevin's
too.
insane.
What belt's he at?
I don't know, man. They change like weekly.
1 second.
Master So though, that motherfucker's cool.
Master So for me, it's Master O.
Oh, okay.
So we got the same shit. Yeah, he does martial arts twice a week, and so at least his whatever his his dojo. you get stripes on your belt, right?
Yeah,
and then you get
and
a
then
new belt.
you get a new belt.
And so my son
We just belted up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every time he doesn't get a new stripe, he's like he thinks he's like, I'm graduating like every day. It's not like that. It takes a couple weeks. The master sees you like growing and doing better, and then he'll give you. It's not like every single day, dude. He is like, no.
It was the one thing my kid wasn't good at, and then we forced him to stay in, and he loves it now.
I'm almost the opposite.
Like, oh, really?
Like I wish I did it as a kid. I didn't do any of that, and I wish I did because I think it like keeps you in shape, and it helps with his focus and discipline and all that shit. And he was.
And Master So is cool as hell. He'll just push the kid over. Like I see him do. Like if I did that in the house, my wife would call CPS. Right. He can do it. Master So just pushes him over and stuff. It's cool.
The next step, he's about to take a test. He's about to take a test to see if he's like old enough and smart enough and good enough to do sparring. And I think.
So my kid's not too far behind yours.
Yeah, he's 6. Yeah. So like,
okay,
he's probably like just, and they probably started, So yeah, he's about to start like
started
kicking
weapons like last year.
Yeah, not yet. So we were about to do it, and he was like, his birthday cut off, that whole thing. So I was like, wait 1 more year till he's really like handling himself, and then we're gonna start punching people and shit. And I'll tell you what, man, I don't know, I can root for my son to get a hit or score a basket or whatever. Am I supposed to like root for him to beat up your child?
I don't know if I'm gonna
like,
be able to watch
get him!
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to watch that. Like I can't watch a loss.
Yeah, I'll run in there and knock him over.
Treat him weird around the house for a day or so. Like, oh man, damn, he lost the fight in front of a crowd. Like that's bad, bro. Like that's a lot to take on, a lot of pressure. So I don't know how that's gonna go. But
change you, man.
We're still underneath. 5 is so fun though. 5 is like his imagination's hilarious. We had a bunch of fun with Elf on the Shelf this year. Elf on the Shelf was starting shit. I had him ripping up money. Like I had him like fucking the house up.
I'm wondering. I got
Elf on the Shelf made my kid cry twice in 1 week, and my wife was like, "He needs to chill. He needs to chill."
Wait. What made him cry?
He smashed a Lego set, and dude,
bro,
he's mischievous.
This is the answer because I can't stand Elf on the Shelf. I'm always like, I gotta write a new note and come up with a new thing.
But bro,
if you just fuck around with it, it's a great time.
It's fun as hell, and it was that and the money, and then my wife.
How much money you rip up?
It was a fake bill,
okay,
but my kid thought it was real, so he was just like, I don't know what to, like he was like, we gotta tell Santa, like it was like a whole like thing. It was awesome. It was really cool.
Kid going to school all stressed out, smoking cigarettes at recess. Like, I lost 100. The elf's causing a ruckus again out there.
Dude, I took the elf and I put him in front of our security camera, like without my hand showing, and I showed it to the kid, and he showed the whole schoolyard, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna get kicked out of the school. It's gonna be great.
That's fucking great, man.
Yeah.
I'm always wondering how like when he shows that to some kids at school. No, I'm happy nobody tells them. I'm waiting for like one bully or some shit to be like, no, this is fucking real, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I worry about that kid because I was him.
Yeah, clearly, bro. You were him as a child, you're him as an adult.
But I grew up with 2 brothers, so it was like that is like, I don't know. I think I figured out a little too early.
How old were you?
Probably around 5, 6.
No shit.
That's a little early, bro.
Yeah.
That sucks. You lost out on a few years of magic.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I was pretty early too. I was like,
it depends if you went to public school.
Yeah.
Did you have any Jewish friends? Were there any Jewish kids going, this isn't fucking real, we don't even do this?
No. I can't remember that. I don't know. I don't know who ruined it for me. I remember my brother bugging over the Easter Bunny.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I give a shit about the Easter Bunny.
Oh, I love the Easter Bunny.
Ugh.
I sneaky liked my Easter presents more. Because it was
Worst meal, though.
terrible.
Ham.
Yeah, just
Ham and
ham.
beans.
The house just smells like that. It's gross.
Ham and beans, bro.
Beans?
Yeah, we
What
used
are
to
you,
have-
British?
Yeah, it was ham and beans, and one time, you know how you kind of like garnish the ham with a pineapple sometimes?
Yeah.
Like one time I took a bite of the pineapple, and I was like, oh, this is good. And my aunt shoved it down my throat for like the rest of my life. She would be like, you love the pineapple, right? She would like do pineapple things for me every fucking Easter. I'm sitting there shoveling new
Your
pipes.
swinger aunt.
For real. I didn't learn about that one till later. Like, what were you doing, Aunt Eileen?
Dude, just saying beans, like, made me remember why do we hate British beans?
Because it's British.
But
Just the
Fuck
presentation.
the British.
It's the presentation.
Their presentation.
It is
really
utterly
bad.
disgusting, and we talk about how much it makes you fart and shit and stuff.
but Mexican beans were cool.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
It's presentation.
It's presentation.
But I don't know.
Look
when
how
I see
nice
like
the beans look.
Yeah,
and,
they're
like,
wrapped up in a taco
yeah.
rather than
rather
just
than just
splattered
on a piece of bread, dude.
Dude, when
Not
I was
even
in
toasted.
I was in England. I went to a Liverpool game, and I woke up the morning of so hungover, and we had to like eat so we get to the game, and I couldn't stomach anything, and I went downstairs in the hotel, and they're like, "What do you want for breakfast?" I was like, "Can I just do a bowl of beans?" And they thought I was the most insane person I ever met in their life. Delicious.
the fact that you couldn't stomach anything, most people go with like a toast. You know?
It was like
you went with a
meats.
bowl of beans.
The meats and stuff, but I knew I needed a little protein, a little calories, and I was like, "Let me just get a bowl of beans." And I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
I just like that you can just eat meat in the morning and that you're up. That's the dopest thing.
I'll have the
There's
meat,
just
please.
a full charcuterie board there. You're like, I didn't know I can eat meat this early. Let's go.
You
dude.
ever eat liverwurst?
Nah, I don't even know it. Maybe.
We were having this debate this week. Some people here treating liverwurst like it's goddamn filet mignon, and then I thought I was gonna be like surprised, like, oh my god, I had you wrong, liverwurst, and then I had some liverwurst, and I was like, nope, I had you right, liverwurst. This shit is gross.
Yeah, I really didn't eat a lot of food up until a couple of years ago. Like, it was really
Out on
like
food?
It was like strictly like chicken nuggets and Lay's potato chips, like for real. And then I started eating cheese and stuff, and that was wild.
You started eating cheese.
Yeah, like
So the first thing you added to the repertoire was cheese?
no. So I got put on the road with Aziz Ansari, and he's
Okay.
like mad into food.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
he does all the food. Like you do like 3 meals a day with him.
Right.
And like he just started being like, "Will Ricky eat it?" And like we just like it just got
But
crazy.
was it like so was it like a
But I find
cheeseburger?
shit out of love.
Or was it like, Indian
Sometimes
food
it was a
and Thai
cheeseburger.
food?
Sometimes he
does it all.
Yeah, no, he does it all. Yeah.
But growing
some
up,
of the
you
best
didn't
food I've
have-
ever had was in London.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, Riverside
like-
Cafe is one of the
What'd you
craziest
eat?
restaurants I've ever had. Rabbit ravioli.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That sounds
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
I don't know
If
I'd
you
like
know
that.
where to go, it's sick.
Yeah, I'm sure that's like anywhere,
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think of like English cuisine, but if you have like the best restaurant in London, I'm sure it's fucking 10 out of 10. But like growing up as a kid, you didn't have hot dogs, hamburgers,
I had
turkey
everything
sandwich.
plain, everything plain,
no,
like
no,
noodles
yeah,
plain,
nothing.
everything. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I didn't like
you're that
taste
guy.
for years, man. I didn't like it at all. Candy,
taste, bro.
no, not at all. Unless it was
like-
A1, I put A1 on everything. I was like,
Just
I
willingly
was like a
ignoring
young
1
Trump,
cent.
dude. Seriously.
What would you
He's
put
from
A1
my
on?
town. What's up?
What would you put A1 on?
Everything. Why? What wouldn't you put A1 on? A1's
Like you have a
incredible.
sandwich, put A1 on it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A turkey sandwich, put some A1 on it, dude. Are you kidding me? I put A1 on a salad. Are you out of your mind? A1 was delicious.
A1
as a
is
kid.
the definition. I think A1 is like an entire paradox where it's like steak sauce that I think anybody who would prepare you a nice steak would be like, if you ever put that on my steak, I'll kill you.
Yeah, for
You know what
sure.
I mean, it's like, so how does
Yeah,
that
but
exist?
they're
Yeah.
just
How does a steak
hating-
sauce that nobody wants you to put on their
Imagine
steak
if it
exist?
wasn't. Like, imagine if you just had that sauce in the kitchen. You'd be bragging about it all the time.
I do think
Fucking flame,
they had a little
dude.
bit. They got a PR issue.
Like, no.
Oh,
they-
A1,
the
A1.
Steak, when a steakhouse does that, I'm like, yeah, still bring it out.
Yeah.
Still bring it
Got
out.
it in my
You know
bag,
what
bring it with
is.
you.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a house in Newport, Rhode Island that was built by the creator of Worcestershire sauce. And
say it again.
Worcestershire, right?
I have no clue.
I full blown say the whole thing. I say Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
I don't know how to say it.
But like, it's got like 17 chimneys, and all of them look like a Worcestershire bottle. It's fucking sick.
That's pretty cool.
That's what A1 is, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh, I thought they were
because
the
A1 is like a brown, like
A1
tangy.
is made by the gods.
Let's find out what A1.
I think there's Worcestershire sauce in it.
There might be. Let's see.
If you can make it, man, you'd be a millionaire.
I think my mom can make it. I think my mom used to make our own A1 sauce, and it had. I could be obviously very wrong on this, but that's the.
My kid thinks it's daddy's special sauce.
I mean, it is, bro. It is. What is A1 made of? Tomato puree. I don't need that. I need like the flavoring of it or whatever.
It's not like a flavor. It's just its own thing.
Bro, it just says it's a brand of brown sauce.
Brown sauce.
Brown sauce.
Sold from 1831 as a condiment for fish, meat, and fowl. So it's actually from the UK. I would have thought that was an American thing. But yeah, there's no like definition of it. Like it's not like a spicy hot sauce. You know, it's just like a fucking brown sauce. It has tomato puree, raisin puree, onions, corn syrup. No Worcestershire.
I fucked up.
But I think you're thinking. I mean, Worcestershire sauce is like a steak.
Yeah, they're
probably
both the
has
same.
those
They're brown
ingredients.
sauces.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think. Yeah, one's spicy, one's not. A1, bro, that's so funny. This is so white trash, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love. There's certain things that I make fun of white trash a lot, but then if I do something that's white trash, I admit it and I know it and I love it and I embrace it. I think the problem is when you try
white
to.
trash?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say so.
I would.
I think it's maybe not white trash. I'm trying to be fancy and I have no idea. Like people think that that's like fancy. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
You just like it. You like it. I'm not saying you're trying to be anything by it, but you know what I mean?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's everywhere. Like, how could it be trashy?
Because we're in America.
I was gonna say
that is our national pastime. We're kind of pieces of shit,
bro. He just told me the almost unbelievable fact about being a spy. Tell him.
Oh, dude, did you? So I was reading like a thread the other night. I actually got 2 fun thread facts for you.
2 fun
Let's
facts.
hear it.
Yeah, one. This one can't be true. This one was. I was reading a thread about people who used their 15 minutes of fame properly and became stars from it. And the question was like, who are some of the best? And some examples were like Dr. Phil, Guy Fieri. I didn't know Guy Fieri just won. He won a cooking show. I didn't realize that. And then got bigger. Bad Baby, stuff like that. And then someone jokingly was like, Jared Fogle kind of nailed it. I mean, it's not a joke. He did kind of nail it. I guess it was a local paper wrote about him. That turned into a commercial deal, which turned into 15 years of an international celebrity, and then things kind of went off the rails. But someone replied...
He had a good run, though. He did have a good run.
Someone replied that they went to Indiana, and on Indiana's campus, the rumor was that there was a Subway in his building, and he used to go there all the time, but he creeped out the teenage girl who worked there.
I bet he did.
And so they moved her to a different location, and then he would start walking to that one to see her, and that's why he started walking. It sounds like a college town rumor.
That's why he lost the weight, was to creep.
Yeah, it was a side effect of pedophilia.
How'd you lose your weight? I'm a pedophile. Become a pedophile and put a little kid 2 miles away, and you will do the miles. You will get your steps in, bro.
You get your steps.
You will get your steps in. Dangle a fucking child in front of me, and I will keep on walking.
He was like the human version of those Greyhound dogs with a carrot. It was just like...
I find it hard to believe that he was like, I can commercialize this.
Yeah.
Like, this is where, you know what? All this creepiness has paid off.
We were going
Call an agent.
Call it. Yeah, I got it. I'll bring a big pair of pants. They'll get it. We were going through like his photo album the other day. Not his photo album, but just like his
What's
Google.
A photo? Wait, there's a photo album.
You were going through Jared Fogel's photo album?
It was like a bunch of terabytes. It was hard to sift through. We just like did a Google image search. He was with from 90, whatever year it was, even younger than that. I'm sorry, not like mid 90s to like 2010. If you can think of a celebrity from that era, there's a picture of him with Jared Fogle.
Really?
It's crazy. Tom
Here's
Cruise.
another thing that I know I'm trashy about. Like, my parents used to be like, yo, look at him. Look how much weight he lost. We should eat Subway.
Yeah, sure, dude.
It is healthy.
I feel like
Subway.
it's gotta be
And for
healthy.
years, we ate that sweaty meat.
Yeah.
It's so sweaty for
sweaty
no
meat
reason.
and yoga mat breads.
Yeah.
Remember that when they said that there was yoga mats in the
Oh,
fucking,
no, they had plastics.
There's something in
They
those
had
breads.
plastics in them.
That's
Yeah,
not,
that-
there's no other bread on the planet Earth like that.
Subway in particular,
Bro,
I think is like a guy thing. Where like we were talking about it out there, where like girls were like, "Is Subway popular?" It's like it's literally the most popular restaurant in the world. It's got the most brick and mortars of any restaurant, including McDonald's. Like it's huge.
No, it's not bigger than McDonald's.
Yes,
It is.
more
No shot.
Literally
more
is.
stores than
At least maybe
More
America, I don't know
stores.
about
Yeah.
But how many times
Yeah.
do you pass those stores and the guy's sleeping in the back of it? Like, dude,
You know what's
never-
funny?
I bet they don't make
it
more
doesn't
money.
work
but-
like McDonald's.
No, but there's
Don't
more-
talk about the arches
Bro,
like that.
there's one right here on it's like 28th and 7th, right around here. It's now like a falafel place, whatever, right? But I walked into it and I was like, this used to be a Subway. I could tell by the layout. There was a counter, there was these tables, and I was like, this was absolutely a Subway. And I looked it up and it like closed like last year and became
still
like a
smell the
local spot.
bread.
Yeah, I was like, this. I could see like the wall was the same, the floor was the
Like
same.
when they
the
try
shape
to
was
make
the same.
Pizza Huts like banks now.
Yeah, it's like it looks like it's from
It's
the
a
Parthenon.
weird chase, man. Why is it so greasy in this chase?
But the other thread I just read was it was about like things that Americans do that Americans don't know. It's just them who do it. And someone said that who again, this is on Reddit, so who knows what's what. But it was that
Love the
in the
Reddit.
CIA, love it. Dude, the front page of Reddit, I'll fucking
The best.
smash. But the CIA, one of the first things they teach spies is how to unlearn leaning. Because leaning is something only Americans do.
Dude,
Believe it or not.
that's not true. Dude.
We all start sitting up there.
Nah,
Nobody
but, like,
leans. What are you talking about?
What do you talk like? I mean,
Like you'll never catch like a Spaniard.
how
like,
often you
just-
see Bond just like
Yeah.
smoking that
That's true
cig,
with he's got the
leaning, bro?
martini.
Like, yeah, bro.
I don't know
They
about that.
stay
Maybe.
leaning, bro.
But he's a spy, bro. Maybe he's trying to blend in.
He's a British spy. Yeah.
he's
He's
trying to
make
look
he's
American.
Yeah, and
But-
by the way, if I saw somebody not leaning, I'd be like, look at this spy over here. Weird.
Stay like this.
The guy hasn't leaned all night, dude. That's fucking weird, man.
You're 100% right.
Either he is on the spectrum or he's a spy.
Dude, there's a perfectly good door frame right there. Why are you standing up?
Let's see this. 20 non-Americans share 20 things that immediately give away American identities. Let's see.
I'd say our language right away.
Language is a big one.
U.S.
Walking.
friends like to
Walk.
point at stuff while walking and say what it is.
Stop that. Like, we don't. I've been in Times Square. Every culture does that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
pointing is now
Pointing?
American. That was number one. Number two is the leaning.
Oh,
thing.
really? It's that
Yeah.
high? Okay.
We like to watch Netflix with the
Subtitles?
Yeah, subtitles. I guess is an American thing.
That's what I'm coming off of. I did that a lot for a while, and
But-
I've been doing
Yeah,
it
I hate
less.
you
What's
for that.
that?
We were team
Like watching with subtitles?
and now he's fucking. No, he doesn't.
You just listen to another language?
No.
no,
We put like the American subtitles on, so like you see their names, you see the places, like you
Oh,
just have
okay.
the subtitles on.
All right.
Our complete and total lack of an indoor voice.
That's true.
That I could see being true.
That's what I love about like the tennis, the U.S. Open, and the one in England.
Yeah.
Because the one in England, you're supposedly like able to hear like a pin drop, and this year at the U.S. Open, they're like, people are smoking pot in here.
Dude, you know what I did last night? Like a 12-year-old, I was at the movies, and I hit a pen.
Yeah.
And then I blew it into my shirt
Yeah,
to like keep the smoke away, and it just,
like how you're supposed to smoke on planes.
dude, it just kept rising out of my.
You think ghosted enough, man? You got to keep it down there, let your body soak it in a bit, then you throw it
handed
out.
it to me and went, make sure you blow the smoke down. And in my head, I went, you idiot, you put it in your shirt. And then I went like this, and then it went this is what I was talking about. Because it was just fuming out of here. I looked like Nicolas Cage in that movie where he's just like the skull head. There's just smoke rising in front of my face for like 45 minutes.
How often I see it in comedy clubs is pretty funny.
Really?
People do it
Trying
all
to
day.
hide it and
all
they just don't
day,
know
and
they're
it's
doing it.
just a big cloud over one dude's head that looks like he vapes. It's like everybody
bro.
knows who's vaping in here, man.
That's fucking That's
Was it packed?
It was packed for a Wednesday night showing. I saw Poor Things again. It was jammed and it was a lively crowd. You know when you go to an AMC theater and they have Nicole Kidman come out before, and when the crowd cheers, you know you got a hot crowd.
Yeah.
And it was a hot crowd left for like a 9:30 show.
You go to repeat movies more than anybody
I
else.
really love that movie.
Do you go with different people? Or
Yes.
Okay.
I
So you
like
have, a different experience, kind of.
Yeah, I'm not a movie. I like watching things. I like sharing. With like someone's like, I'm not sure. I'm like, it's great. I'll go with you again.
I like sharing like you're 5 years old. Dude.
Dude,
I
I'm a
like
big
sharing.
sharer, bro. I'm a communist, man. Sharing.
we had to explain to him why communism is bad, and none of us could really do it.
Everyone did a bad job.
He was like, "What's the problem with communism?" I was like, "Well, it just doesn't work."
I every time the topic comes up, I like to say I am not I'm anti-communist. I believe in capitalism. I just don't get why it's such a when people are like he's a communist. Like, well, did he kill somebody? They're like, no, and I'm like, oh, he seems okay then.
But a lot of them probably do. I think that's the problem. Is they have bad
I have a
PR.
feeling not
Too
a lot of reading is going into this at all, dude.
Zero, bro. Reddit, dude. You're sitting on Reddit. Front page of Reddit.
This is all.
I've
What are
asked,
you- what are
I've
you
asked some
sitting
of
around
Barstool
reading up?
Sports' top minds,
Yeah.
and no one can really get it through to me.
You telling me you're sitting around, Ricky, reading up on the fucking different forms of
Portnoy
government?
can explain to you why communism doesn't work.
I asked his dad, dude. For real, was on the show with Mr. Portnoy. And I was like, Mr. Portnoy, why is communism bad? And he was like, what, Feitelberg? So, I mean, you're a lawyer. He's like, yeah, I don't have an answer for you.
Dude, he called me the other day.
Mr. Portnoy
I feel bad now. I was going to have him on the radio show. He wanted to talk about his experience sitting through that bet. He was like, I was just sitting at home.
Oh.
Portnoy put $1 million on Michigan to win the Rose Bowl, to beat Alabama. And
Poor guy.
yeah. And so Portnoy and his mom were there, and there was video of them like sweating out the bet and sweating out the game and then celebrating the win. But his father was back home and said he was just like bugging out the whole time.
It's like if Dave loses this game, he's only gonna have 300.
I was gonna say
left.
that's kind of what I wanted to talk to him about. I was like, were you really that nervous? What's the difference? Another $1 million, but.
I feel really good for Dave. Glad he's doing all right still.
Yeah, he's
Things are still panning out.
He's doing all right. All right is the word. Yeah, all good, man. You're not doing too bad yourself, bro.
I'm all right. Everything's good over here. It's been fun.
I feel like every time we talk to you, things like everything always keeps progressing for you.
Yeah,
which
man.
I feel like is just the name of the game in life. Just as long as you keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward, kid happy, wife happy, so I'm good. Like that's
really
where
it.
it's like really where it's like I'm in my 30s now, which is just such a weird.
You had a weird
Because like your friends like you know your friends from back home, like that dude. You're like, dude, you look 45 years old, and you really just start seeing it goes.
You have friends who kind of stay the same.
And then you have friends that deteriorate in front of your eyes, man.
Sometimes I'll see like a couple, like a married couple on Instagram or something, and I'm like, you guys look like you're 100.
Yeah.
Like not even, some people put on weight, you lose your hair, but the way you dress and the way
I saw one of my friends recently, and when he left, I cried. I fucking cried, dude. I love him. I hate that he's gonna see this. I hate that he's gonna see it. But dude, it was a fucking bummer, dude. It fucking bummed me out for like 2 days. I talked to my therapist about it. I'm still riding high.
How old are you?
What? 35 this
35,
year, man.
yeah,
I'll
okay.
be turning 35. I'm born in 89.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm also 35, and the one I was saying recently that bothers me is watching procedural television shows, because the killer or the whatever is always someone in their mid-30s. and they're like, we're on the hook for a white male, mid-30s. And every time I see like the mugshot or the picture of what the guy actually looks like, I'm like, that dude's 50. That's not what I look like. I'm a 35-year-old man. That dude is 60 years old.
But these 30s are fucked up, man. Like, they're weirdos. A bunch of them broke in pandemic, and now they're just out in the world acting like they're normal people, and they're not. Like, it is a weird shit.
I feel like 30 also, back in the day, by the time you were 35, you were like an adult with a house and kids and da-da-da-da. And nowadays, you can be 35 and be that, or you can still be like a full-blown child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's where it gets weird, where I don't think that used to be like the way. I feel like by the time you were 35, you were old. Everybody was old at 35. Now it's like there's...
How many friends do you have that you don't allow around your kid?
Yeah.
You have a few.
There's a couple.
Caught a side eye on that one.
Oh, he always happens to come over after bedtime. Oh, you didn't get the birthday invitation. Oh, it's only for the people that have kids now.
That is weird though. If you have friends who have kids and ones who don't, it's like, bro, you don't want to come to this. Trust me. You know?
Actually, dude, my kids' birthday parties are turned. Like, they're turned. Like, people hooked up at my kid's first birthday.
No way.
I swear on it. I swear on it. People hooked up at my kid's first birthday. It was fun. Yeah. My friends are fun, man.
Yeah.
My friends are fun.
Yeah.
And the kids that like go to school with them love them. Like, it's great. Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
1-year-old birthday. Where'd
people
you guys
out.
meet? Yeah, 1-year-old birthday party. Getting it in. We were fucked up, man.
And at his baby shower, people hooked up.
Really?
Yo,
dude, my wedding was crazy. My wedding was in Miami. Cypher Sounds DJ'd it. It was wild.
No shit.
Had at the Faina. It was crazy. Yeah, my friends are nuts.
So you still party?
Not like that. Not really. I mean, the most I do is like at home, and then I do stand up if I go out. I don't really leave the house too much anymore.
Right. But if you have a birthday party, you have a christening, you have a whatever, like.
Oh, we have fun. Our friends are fun.
Out.
Yo, yeah, absolutely. I don't know what I want to do for my 35th. I might go to Iceland, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you done that yet?
I've never done Iceland.
I went once before with Schultz.
Really?
Wow.
It was unbelievable. We
What
went
was
as
this?
the New York Comedy Festival, and we like played the Harpa Theater. And then afterwards, we went to a hip-hop club, which is amazing in Iceland because everybody has blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah, sure.
And We Made It just came out by Soulja Boy. And these white kids were just chanting the N-word. It was the craziest thing we had ever seen in our life. Me and Schultz lost out. We were there for I think 19 hours, and we just full steamed it. It was the most fun I've ever had. It was great.
Yeah, I know one of my buddies,
not far.
I didn't go on it, but yeah, that's the thing. My buddy had his bachelor party there. It was one I didn't make it to, but they got a good review.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think there's some fact about it that has the most alcoholics per capita.
That would make sense.
There's
More than Alaska?
Apparently, there's something about, I think there's a clinic for alcoholics that's like one of the best ones in the world.
Oh, that's kind of cheating. Then.
Yeah, I know. That's
yeah.
But it's
then
a fun
you're
fact for you.
traveling.
People be getting fucked up in Alaska. I was reading about this and then falling asleep in the snow and dying all day, dude.
Like the coroner's like, another one. You got another one who just drank himself to sleep in the snow.
Oh, you know
dude,
what?
if I was getting drunk, I would tie a balloon to myself. What's that balloon doing in that big pile of snow over there? Oh, Ricky's been drinking again.
Dude, I learned the other day the origin of the term shit-faced.
Let's hear it.
The back in old-timey England and stuff like that, when there wasn't plumbing, you'd have to take care of your own piss and shit. And in the morning, you'd wake up and you just throw it out the window. And people coming home still fucked up, it would hit them in the head.
Get out of here.
And so you were shit-faced.
Wow. Is that a real story?
I mean, that's really what
that's where I kind of was going.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's a good one, though.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
I like that.
I don't know what to believe.
We learned.
It's like Miracle on 34th Street. I choose to believe.
Yeah.
I want those things to be true. Shit face.
Dude, if you tell me something like that, I believe you 100%. Well, actually, that's a good point. I don't know if I believe you, but I will tell other people.
And I'll say something like, I don't know if this is true or not, but I will pass on the lie.
I won't even say. I'll share the rumor. I'll be like, dude, you know what I heard?
This is how it starts. This is how rumors start, man. This is how it all fucking goes.
This is what shit-faced is. People dump shit on your head.
See, you're the problem. You're like, remember that the one where
but
I
it's
told
not like
the story?
a dangerous rumor, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's a rumor that like
I'm
will
so
be
mad.
on a meme.
I told the story about the story about when that guy embarrassed me at dinner because I told a fake story because one of my friends told it to me as if it was true. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's people like you. You told me if you were my friend telling me that was true.
Yeah, yeah.
But you fucked me.
But then if someone calls you out, you go, yeah, I don't know, someone told me. I'm the misinformation. I'm the Fox News of fun facts. I'm a misinformation king.
Well, you're also willing to roll with the loss better than most.
Yeah,
you're like, oh yeah, whatever. Some guy told me. But like me and him actually get embarrassed when we lie to people.
I heard a story.
Or just have no knowledge about a topic I'm acting very knowledgeable about.
Yeah. They're like, I'm like, all right, well, how about communism then? Anyway.
Moving on. I got told a story. Have you ever heard the urban legend of the guy who was dog sitting and the dog dies? Do you know this one?
No.
So, long story short, guy's dog sitting. The dog dies while he's babysitting or dog sitting, and he's like, I gotta like bring it to the vet or whatever where they like dispose of it. So he puts it in a duffel bag. He doesn't have a car. I should have been like, there's so many red flags. And he gets on the bus with this fucking duffel bag of a dead dog, and he's struggling to carry it. I think the story is a girl, so the girl's struggling to carry the bag, and a guy says, "Let me help you with that." And he lifts it. He goes, "Oh, this is pretty heavy. Like, what do you have in there?" And she says, like, "Oh, it's a bunch of electronics, it's like speakers and it's all this like valuable shit." And the story is that he like kicks her in the stomach and runs off with the bag and steals a dead dog. And I got told this like dead true by like my best friend who was like, this is a real story. And I told it at work. And then this guy made me tell it again. It was my first job ever. He made me tell it again at a big dinner in front of like everyone. And as I finished the story, he was like, "That's a fake story, you fucking idiot. You lied, blah, 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 all this shit." And I was like, my best fucking friend told me that shit was true. And people like him would just pass on the lie.
Have you ever carried a laptop? It doesn't feel like a dead dog.
Dead dog. I know. There's so many red flags in the story.
It's either a bunch of Apple chargers or a dead dog.
One or the other. It's either a fucking dead golden or you know, speakers from Best Buy. From Circuit City, man.
This camera has a lot of meat on it. I haven't carried too many dead dogs, but I think I know the difference.
We'll have to test it out one day. Get a dead dog.
Dude, I went hunting this weekend for the first time.
How is that?
It was fun. It was duck hunting. So
is it more about the chill?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
And at least the hunters I went with, it was like, well, it was fun. But I'm saying, I'll say that when I got there the first night, they had cooked this dinner, and it was just like a lamb was cooked. And I like lamb, but like whenever I eat it at like a nice restaurant where it's like very trim and stuff like that. And they just put like a rack of lamb on my plate, and I didn't want to be rude, so I was just eating everything. Like, I was just eating it off the bone.
I guarantee he was eating shit you're not supposed to eat. And the people he was with down there were probably like, boy, that city slicker just eats everything. They're
like, how are those tendons? I was like, I don't know, man. It was the most.
You were probably eating
I was like, I wish I had some fucking A1 sauce right now.
Dude, you say it's about the hang, but I also feel like part of that story was like, you got up in the middle of the fucking dead of night and no lights were on. You had to get on a boat and stay quiet and because you can't scare off the animals and shit. I was like,
wait, you're hunting at night?
The hunt started
so early in the
4
morning.
a.m.
Yeah. So you got to like take a quiet.
Bro,
like,
you ever want to run? Like you feel like you are a Navy SEAL. I haven't had adrenaline like that. Just in the dead of night holding the gun.
Are you guys being funny with the guns?
No.
You would be a problem with a gun. They'd be like, don't point him, Rick. You'd be like, whoop.
You know what's crazy?
I don't love guns, man. I've tried it. It's just not me.
Yeah,
I'm
the same
just
way.
like,
I don't get
me.
that when people are like, oh, the power, or I feel
It's
the
crazy.
rush. I was like,
shooting it, I don't. It was like it wasn't the act of shooting it. It was really the dart. We were in the bed of a truck, and then we switched to like one of those like those like inflatable boats that the SEALs ride. Like we got into one of those.
Yeah.
It
to
was
kill
more,
what?
ducks. It was. It was very.
You
much
guys
more
are
that.
just like the SEALs.
Yeah.
You guys are just like,
Bro, when he wrapped up, he did a podcast with like the hunting company that they were working with.
Yeah.
And they're pretty like PG, and they were like, just kind of.
Did you paint up?
Be good.
Yeah.
They were like, be good. Please don't like say anything crazy. And within 2 seconds, he was like, I felt like I was ready to kill Osama bin Laden.
Well, I mean,
Like
you
we're
have
going
to go
duck
to that,
hunting,
right?
They were like, he's like, just like don't be crazy. And I was like, definitely. And then the second we started talking about Bin Laden, Jeffrey Dahmer. They were like, we can't run any of this, dude. I was like, fine.
We blatantly asked you to not do this.
It came up organically.
Did they make you take a whole like safety course and shit?
Oh yeah, dude. It was like I had to take a course for like 10 hours.
What?
Yeah, I had to take a hunter safety.
But it's
To
like one
shoot
of those,
a duck.
No. It's 10 hours. It's like one of those like sexual harassment at work things. You got to click through it.
Okay.
So it's like not a
Okay.
10-hour test. It's like it takes. You know what I mean?
No, but it was.
What kind
Like,
of gun?
'cause you can't-
What kind of gun did you
gotta
have?
use-
Oh, I see. I could have done it faster, but
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
it
yeah.
made
How many guns did you hold? How many guns did you have on you at once?
Just one. Ever one. It was only I ever had a shotgun.
You didn't have like a side pistol?
No,
too?
no, no,
One in the fucking leg.
Just fucking. I missed him.
I think because also
Yeah.
like when you're with guides, like their job is to make you feel like you're having fun. So they kept being like, John, you got that one, great shot. And I was like, there's no fucking chance that was me, because it's like a firing line. Like, it's like 10 people shooting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know that wasn't me, dude. I stink at this. I've never shot a gun before.
Yeah.
I shot a gun once before this weekend. That was it.
I don't think I'd be good at it at all.
Did you eat your duck?
Yeah, delicious.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really good.
You got it right.
Yeah, I
Kill
guess
the
so.
animal. You gotta. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't like that.
I feel like growing up in the city, it was not. I mean, I don't have any family like that. I never was exposed to any of that shit, so I don't know it. I don't really have a desire for it. I'm like, cool, you go do you.
We wanted a fucking deer with the car.
Okay, so Ricky has been hunting. You just did it with a Ford Escort. What the fuck, man? You kill
Yeah,
it?
man. Yeah.
Did it
yeah,
fuck your
yeah,
car
yeah.
up?
No, it's my neighbor Shaolin, man. This kid, his whole thing was messed up. It was coming back from a baseball game up in upstate New York.
Yeah.
And like, there was fur in the fender. It wasn't allowed to take it out either because the insurance company had to come. So like,
So
it was
you
just
had a
like
dead
guts
animal
and
run-
blood and all types of
Was
shit.
he?
in
It was
the
like
fender.
highway, like he was ripped.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Dude, my
bad.
sister hit one once, and this is like in Massachusetts, like in a kind of off-brand whatever. And the cops showed up, and they were like, she called the cops because she hit a deer, and the cops showed up, and they're like, what do you want us to do? She's like, I don't know. I thought I called somebody when I got in a car accident, and they're like, now do you want it? She's like, do I want the deer? I drive a Volkswagen Passat. Like, where the fuck am I gonna put the goddamn
A bloody
deer?
fucking dead deer. Not just any deer. It's fucking disgusting.
And then they were like, all right, well, we'll call. They keep a list at the station for guys who want the dead deers. So they're like, all right, we just first on the list gets a call then.
That's a big thing, by the way. When we first talked about that, I found out that like there are people who are, when that phone call comes in, like, hey,
You got the
Ricky,
winter
you're on.
figured
You're,
out.
you're like,
man.
they are like,
yeah, you're making
"Yes, let's
some
go."
jerky. Get the smoker
People
going.
love that shit. Like, ugh. Today's episode of KFC Radio is brought to you by Ted on Peacock. Bob Fox is bringing you this second ad read. Bob Fox tweeted on January 15th at 12:30 a.m. So you know your boy was feeling good and doing a little binging. And Bob Fox said, I know I'm not the first to say it because the whole internet is saying it, but the new Ted show is hilarious. And here are the replies. Wish it was longer than just 7 episodes. Very easy show to watch. It's incredible. Easy to watch and very funny. Joe Saul says it's phenomenal. Billy Mack says literally just put the first episode on. It looks good. I mean, the results are in. It's the perfect type of show for guys like us. Bob Fox co-signs it. You know that he watches everything. You know the Basement Boys have their finger on the pulse of all the new shows, all the new funny stuff. So if it's good enough for Bob Fox and KFC and Feitelberg are getting down with it, it's worth your time as well. Easy to watch, 20-whatever minute episodes, all very streamable, bingeable, all 7 of them right now on Peacock. So sign up, binge them in one night. Try to hold on to them if you can. I don't think you'll be able to because it's hilarious. Ted, the prequel to Ted 1 and Ted 2, available on Peacock now. I feel like, I don't know why. It
I
doesn't.
did the Boy Scouts. Like, that's as far as I
Did you?
think. Oh,
How old?
yeah,
Till
yeah.
how old?
That.
Weeblos, and I dropped out.
But, like, what age is that?
Probably like 6th, 7th grade.
I was gonna say Weeblo sounds older.
Yeah, it was almost men scout. What is it, boys? No, I was a Cub Scout.
Cub
never
Scout.
a Boy Scout. Yeah.
And then Eagle Scout is like the
That's
weirdos who stick through like
yeah, but my
college.
friend that did that like tried to rob a bank, dude.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like it's cap. Like,
yeah.
all these fucking presidents have
Honor-
it, don't they?
honor
Most
scout.
presidents
Yeah,
have it.
yeah.
But yeah, no, my friend that did it ended up doing heroin and trying to rob a bank. So.
My
That means
last
shit.
They skipped that lesson. Don't
Yeah.
do heroin.
Dude, he nodded out before he got his money. Just stood there, just nodding out, and the cops just walked in and walked him out the bank. You fucking dork.
I forgot what I was doing.
Long Island, baby.
Did you retain any? Do you retain anything? Like, is there anything from it that you still have?
What, Boy Scouts?
Yeah, like skills, not like physical.
tie a knot.
I can tie
Make
a
a
knot.
fire?
I can tie a knot.
Yeah.
but that's about it.
Like a better knot than me.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was gonna say, we can
I
all
know
tie
like
knots.
3 of them, but that's like all you do, sort of. So like,
Yeah,
I probably
yeah.
could probably tie a knot.
We moved from New York to outside of Philly for a couple years, and so I'm trying to do like activities and shit to make friends. I think I was in like 1st grade, and we sign up, and it was the Pinewood Derby race.
Yeah.
It was like right away.
Yeah.
And
We used to cheat.
so, well, my dad, like, we get a brick of wood, you know, and we just kind of like got the saw out, and he kind of cut like a convertible almost, like, and we just threw some wheels on it, and we thought that was that. And we show up, and we didn't, not even close to the right weight.
Yeah.
You know, you have to put certain weights in it and trim it down or whatever. So what they do is, like, if you're a little bit off, they'll tape like a penny to it to make it heavier. And mine was so light that we had to tape so much change onto it that it's going down the ramp and just money's like flying off, like clanking. And my dad just like grabbed me and was like, "We're going home."
Yo, so we used to do those, and one year we cheated by hollowing out the thing and putting a bullet in the front of the car.
So it's like like front heavy or
heavy.
whatever.
Yeah,
so, but
yeah,
then they
but
weigh
they
it's the right
weighed
thing,
whatever,
but
it
it's
was
on the
front
front.
Yeah. The Velez held
Bro,
a
how'd you
few
have
different
bullets,
years.
dude?
What?
Who had the bullet?
I don't know. Somebody found them. My dad was good at what he did.
Don't ask questions. Just put the bullet in,
Carpentry,
kid.
Yeah. We had a bullet in one of them. It was the Batman.
did it
year.
win?
It was the Batman year. We did a Batman car.
Hell
Yeah. Yeah, my dad was
Yeah.
nasty at that. We won year after year.
That's the one thing I think I would have liked
There's
to
one
do.
more family that went up against us hard.
Ugh.
I just don't like the Boy Scouts, man. It was weird, bro.
Well, clearly, you had the right intuition. I mean, obviously, a lot of weird shit goes on in that.
Yeah.
But even the good part of the Boy Scouts, I don't really want to do.
Yeah. Plus, it was just whack. It was whack. We just go to like, there's a farm in Queens. Have you ever been to that farm in Queens?
No.
In Little Neck? They used to make us go camping there, dude. We would just be in a farm in Queens camping.
Like in a tent camping?
Yeah.
This is what it's like in the Wilderness Boys. There's some Albanian who just keeps making all noise all night.
You can hear the
There's
fucking
like
subway.
3 goats.
You know.
It's the farm. It's Little Neck Farm. It's there. It's dope.
Yeah,
it's right
no,
next to a
no
public
thanks.
pool. It is. It's on Little Neck Parkway. It's fantastic.
Give
Right
the
outside of
kids.
Douglaston.
That's like
Go to the pool. Go to the farm. You'll have a good day.
we did the Barstool.
So fucked up.
It's real, man.
If you took a kid from a real farm and brought them there, and like, this is our farm, they would be like, "What is this trash, dude?"
Yeah.
It's like one chicken, a fucking shitty
They
horse.
used to throw fairs and let us buy like Native American stuff, and the guys were not Native American at all. They're just the brownest guy in the neighborhood selling tomahawks.
Just some guy in a Jim Tomey
Dude,
jersey.
seriously. Little Neck Farms.
That's great, dude. I go to there's a what's it called? Like a horse stable. I go to a horse stable in the Bronx, and these Mexicans.
They got gunshots.
They do, bro.
Careful, they're
so,
skittish.
so I live where I live was there's the
Horse has a fitted.
NYPD has the gun range. The NYPD has the gun range where they practice and also like detonate any fucking shit. They like fire off illegal bullets, whatever. So there's constantly gunshots going off, and then the stable.
Horses love that.
And yeah, right. You would think that, right? And then the stable is a couple like Mexican guys who just like bring out horses, and you can pay $2. They will walk your kid around in a circle.
For $2?
$2. So
kind of
I'm
a deal.
like, so I
That's
throw
a
them
real
like $40,
deal.
and I'm like, can you take my kid around 20 times? And if you want, they'll do a trail, but it's just along the hutch. And like, I don't know if you know, like the Pelham Bay area, Co-op City, there's just like a swamp kinda that they're like, this is our trail. We'll go a half hour out and a half hour back in. It's
You trust those horses?
to do the loop around, yeah. I don't know about, again, like you're like we're on the side of like a highway.
Yeah,
Like there's literally guns going off. Like I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
I feel like you're prone to just
Like I don't
have a
trust the New York
takeoff
City
and-
ones. Like
Those are big boys,
and they
too.
go down a lot.
Do they?
Yeah, man, they're always in the news.
Wow.
Yeah, they be going down. They gotta hose them until they stand again.
No way.
Yeah, man, it's terrible.
That's Central
That's
Park.
why I don't trust them. Like
Yeah.
I don't trust. They don't treat those things right.
Yeah.
No, of course, I'm sure. Yeah.
Hose them till they get up, bro. If you were hosing me until I got up, I'd be like, this is not the way you think.
I was gonna say, I have a.
This is not gonna go how you
Yeah,
think it is,
we
boys.
stopped hosing people during the civil rights movement, dude.
Honestly, when I think about, I mean, I feel like I've maybe have hosed you to wake up before. You're basically a horse.
Yeah, dude.
I've thrown water. I've slapped him. I've done. You know,
Yeah. You hold
treated
me
you like
up,
a
I'm getting more
NYPD
comfortable.
Clydesdale.
Like, oh, can you get the back a little bit?
He's a pure breed.
The craziest thing I ever did along the lines of any of that stuff, when I was in high school, they were telling us we need to do shit for our college resume.
Mm-hmm.
And we did something called Boys State. You ever hear that?
No.
Bro, looking back on it, I am so mad at every parent and every teacher who, like, let me do this. You go upstate to SUNY Morristown. Go to one of the,
Oh, yeah.
I think it was Morristown, one of the SUNY schools. And I think there's, like, probably like 1,000 kids, I guess. I don't know. It's like 1,000 fucking junior boys from all across New York. And you live on campus for a week, and they create, like, a little, like, government, and you march around in like a boot camp, and you elect like a leader, and you like learn about like civic duty and shit. And
Lord of the Flies.
Kinda,
Sorta.
yeah. But it was with nerds, so rather than like people becoming like animals, they became like
Worse.
into it. They were
Yeah.
me and my buddy bunked up. And there was a third guy, and his name was Ken, and he had this like lisp, and he was like, "Are you guys gonna run for office? I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna be the governor." And we were like, "How the fuck did we end up in this place, man?" Like junior
What did
year of
you
high
end
school
up
was
being?
like we were drinking and smoking and just like we were roaring, and then we were amongst all these fucking guys who we didn't do shit, but we had to do all the boot camp stuff.
What was your role in the town?
I didn't do one. It was
What
like,
do you mean?
Like you had to be like, I want to run for this.
They shouldn't have given you food then, dude.
I was not pulling my weight. We had to do like
Start
marching.
starving 'em out,
We had to
dude.
march everywhere we went. We had to march and jog. We were doing those like call and response marching things where like the troop leader, like, oh my God, it was so fucking bad.
You went on a high school vacation and sucked on the government teat?
Pretty much. It was, yeah, looking back on it, it was probably like the early stages of like MAGA like infiltration. You know what I mean? It was like radicalizing teens to become like American wackos. But me and my friends were like, get us the fuck out. We had to write a letter home. We were all like, what the like, see you in 4 days, Mom. Fuck you. It's crazy.
And this
man.
was supposed to make you better.
This was supposed to be like colleges are going to
This
look
is
at this
like-
on the resume
Oh, okay.
and accept you. And I'm sure
Oh,
they
it
were, like,
wasn't like the
weirdos.
situation of like, I want to have a baby, and
No,
then
no.
to boot camp. It wasn't
Scared
like you
straight
were out
shit?
there just being a
No.
piece of shit. Okay.
No, that's like
that
that's the
looks
bad
good on
baby
the
shit.
resume. Yeah,
Dr.
that's
Phil
sick.
sends those. You send your kids to Dr. Phil on a farm, so they don't
Yeah.
fuck around.
You were saying somebody else, and I was just watching the Jerry Springer's Too Hot for TV VHS. Awesome, by the way.
You actually had the VHS,
Yes.
popped it in.
Yes.
Where
yes.
were you watching?
Yes. Yes.
Where'd you have a VCR?
I was watching it at my buddy's house, and
That's
it was fantastic.
great.
But Steve Wilkos,
Oh, yeah.
you forget about that
That's
man's
a 15
blow up.
minutes.
Yeah.
That's
blow
a
up,
2
dude.
minutes of fame. Like he took it and ran with it.
He took it, and he
He's been
used
on
to
our
be
show, right?
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, we did-
thank God those still exist because like you forget like he was working some of those people. Like when they used to throw punches on Springer, like Steve was hitting them with shoulders.
He got his shots in.
Like, yeah, no, it was crazy.
Dude, when
he was bodying people. He was putting his knee on people's chests. Like, he was
those guys relish
bro.
those spots where it's like, go ahead. If they start fucking around, you're allowed to like rough them up. You're like in the right. They're not pulling any punches. They're fucking unloading on you. When Jerry died, it was great on the internet. The internet went through like all of the best Jerry Springer episodes, and you forget how fucking wild some of those people were, dude.
Bro, the best part about the Too Hot for Television is like they show a bunch of fights, and then they show like 5 minutes of just porn that kind of happened on stage. And I was like in and out of sleep as it was on, so I just wake up and I look at my homie and I'd be like, are you just watching porn, or is this still the Too Hot for TV? And you see Jerry there with his cards, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, he's chilling.
The best episode was when I think old school like people who grew up with it knew it, but the new age internet finding out when Jerry Springer did the Italian mob versus the KKK.
Oh, that was on it. It was on it.
One of the all-time.
The other best thing about Jerry was he would do some of the worst shit you've ever seen, and then at the end just like have a heart-to-heart with the camera. That was such bullshit cap. We don't agree with anything that has happened here today. It's like he had like a
sign-off, didn't he? He said something like, be good, America, or whatever the fuck it was. It was like, okay, Jerry, you're exploiting poor people and meth heads. What are you talking about?
He was holding a microscope to America.
Maury holds the same level of it too, where you're just like, I don't know if this is cool, man.
They tried to. There was a guy who murdered.
I worked on one of those shows.
Did you?
You did?
Yeah. Which one?
I worked on the Bill Cunningham Show.
Which way was that?
He was on PIX, and he ran for like 7 years. And I used to be the guy that chased people off stage with the camera.
Get out of here.
Bro, it was wild. If you ever notice, everybody has the lisps on those shows. Lisps. Because that's the first day they've had teeth in their mouth ever. They haven't had teeth in years, bro. Yo, there became a rule that we weren't allowed to give them more than 4 Red Bulls. Bro, these people were tweaking out there, dude.
Cut off his 4.
Bro,
can't have more than
I
8
used to have
cups of coffee in
shoes
them.
thrown at me. I used to tape the lie detector test. Like, I've seen it all, man. Yeah. I was behind the scenes full time. It was wild, bro.
That's the best part of your whole career. You've done some shit.
It was the first job I ever had.
Were you like, I'm trying to get into entertainment?
I'm trying to get into entertainment. I'll take
shit.
a job in this. And they had this job, and it was like cash at first. And then the union got pissed off, so they had to make me a certain level so I can carry this camera. And it was like a small little like digital. And yo, bro, I used to capture wild shit, man. This one kid came in, and before they put makeup on him, he had Louis Vuitton print his whole side of the body.
A tattoo?
Bro,
Or like,
tattoo, bro. Like everybody, bro.
Oh, bro,
so
this
many
guy,
face tattoos.
This guy's such a scumbag.
Dude, he was a radio guy that they
remember him.
turned into one of these people. And, bro, I would be in there, and
7
it was
years
wild.
is no joke. That's a good run.
No, he did a great run
That's a
over there.
good
I left
run.
before the end of the 7, but I used to be the guy that chased people around. It was a crazy job. Bro, it was
what
wild.
year was this?
And then the other thing was I was with them all day. Like, I started this job when I was 20 years old.
Bro, wait, let me
old.
interrupt you real quick. Have you ever looked at the IMDb for the Bill Cunningham Show?
No. Is it amazing?
Literally, the description: self-absorbed white guy attempting to fix issues better solved by Maury.
Nailed it.
It's got a 1.4 out of 10 rating.
Hey, listen, we were doing 3 episodes a day.
no shit.
We were doing 3 episodes a day and taping 4 days a week.
Where were you?
And we were just spinning
There's 6
in the
comments.
Peninsula
There's so
Hotel.
many.
And where?
The Peninsula.
I don't know where that is.
Right across the street from MSG. Not the
Oh,
Peninsula,
yeah,
not
yeah.
the Peninsula, the Pennsylvania.
I know exactly.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
we were in that studio.
No shit.
Yeah, we were in that studio.
Terribly inept and
I don't
inappropriate
know if I'm allowed to
people
talk about
skills.
this, but it's funny.
Horrible show. Possibly the worst ever. Terrible. I mean, like, these people are just
Bro, we were
ripping.
killing.
Yeah.
It was
I know.
bad.
You
It
know,
was bad, though.
Entertaining but obnoxious. You know, like, yeah.
Dude, we like the shit I saw, the fights I saw.
So, like,
you've never seen
like
it.
Jerry kind of became almost like the sellout version where Bill Cunningham was keeping it real.
Dude, I saw some, dude.
No,
It
but I'm
was
saying, like,
wild.
you were
Like-
grimy. You know what I mean? Like Jerry Springer was almost like glitz and glamour compared to this fucking shit.
bro, like the people we would bring in were so like it was the first time they've ever been on a plane. It was the first time, like some of them would be like, yo, I'm not coming, I'm not getting on a plane, I've never been on one, and we would just put them on a train for a week. No. Then they would stay at the New Yorker. This is, dude, there's no cap to this. They would stay at the New Yorker, and like 4 or 5 times a week we'd get a phone call being like, the guest took all the sheets and the comforters again. And we just have to pay for them, bro. Yeah. Like they would, time and time again, they would go missing. Time and time again, we would have to go find them. Time and time again, they're like, yo, grab the camera. We got to go find them. And like, dude, now I'm just like in like basically a room with an unhinged person who's been in New York for 18 hours, who's fucked up. Like it was a crazy job.
And then they would come talk about like, I cheated on my ex with a stripper. Or
bro, but
like
that's
that.
the thing. Then some of them would be like, oh, I've been with Ricky all day, so he's my best friend. But I've also been with his wife. So this guy's telling me the worst shit. He's like, yo, I've been cheating, bro. And I'm like, yo, and I'm just like, dude, it was a really wild, like, you had to sit and, like, there's things I would choose to tell the producer and choose not to. And, like, I'd see how things unfolded sometimes, and I would just be like, God damn.
Bro,
like,
you were the puppet master back
in
there.
a way, but at the same time, like, I just never dogged people. Like, I would never dog, like, if there was more information that I knew than was given, I was not being like, hey,
ain't no snitch,
we weren't winning no Emmys. You know? So,
Yeah.
I was barely even recognized. They barely even treated me like I worked there. So
where did you get the cast members? I don't know what they're called. The people on the show.
The victims. Bro, the phone calls at the end, the 1-800, like, hey, does your sister's brother's uncle date your cousin's? Like, and then they're like, yeah, they do. But dude, then they like.
Did they get a few bucks for that?
No.
So they
get the trip and they get a per diem.
And they steal the sheets.
But some of and they steal the sheets and the rest of that. But like some of them will straight up just go, hey, like, listen, I'm not showing up unless you give me money. And those are the smart ones.
Yeah.
Oh, like,
so then you're booked and it's like, we need
we've had people come on and I'm like, oh, I know that person from YouTube, they're playing a whole gig right now. Like this is fixed.
Interesting.
Like so like
what kind of money though? Like
you have to pull
$200
that,
or like
nothing big.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if you get your show, it's probably fucking worth it, right? Man.
Yeah, that was a wild time in my life.
That is a wild time.
That was when I first met my wife. So I'm 22, 23 years old.
She was on the show.
I mean, that's an interesting, like, so how was work today, honey? It's like, well,
it was like,
do you really want to know? Do you want me to just say good and we move on, or do you really want to know? Because I got some stories for you.
It was. I've seen some wild shit. I've watched some wild reveals.
Bro, that you should run your own show like that now. The Ricky Velez Show.
Nah, man. It's too late.
Bring it back.
No, I can't do that.
Come on, you're 35.
It's dangerous, man. That's a dangerous world to live in. Man.
I don't think that could exist anymore, right?
No,
it's
either
too exploitative and all that shit.
Or it's somebody that has to go for it completely.
Yeah, and just be, I don't give a shit.
I write too much for that.
Jerry, when there was the one guy who they outed him, I think, as being gay, and then they went back home and he fucking murdered the guy. And they tried to pin it on Jerry and, like, the network and all that shit. And he never wavered once. Like, I've seen the clips of him, like, in front of either in court or, like, in front of Congress or whatever it was. And he was, like, the man about it, being like, this is fucking laughable that you're going to try to pin this on, like, the content. Basically being like, content creator isn't to blame for it. And I remember being like, I think it may be a little bit to blame for it.
I mean, you put these people on planes. And
you set this shit all up.
4 Red Bulls. And they go home and die.
It's kind of on you. Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit.
But he was a gangster being like, fuck you. Like,
dude, he had his own Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah.
Never forget. Jerry Springer had his own Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah.
What was it called?
It was Jerry Springer's.
He
was like the host of it.
I think that he had a different brand.
He had 2 hours for TV, but then he also did an episode.
He used to run them TV spring breaks. Those were crazy.
Bro, the girls would go nuts for him.
The 90s were so sick.
Dude.
The best.
They're the best.
The best.
Before the internet was too cool.
Yeah.
Bro, I think it was...
We pioneered porn.
It's the greatest generation. I've said it over and over again. It's the perfect amount. It's when the internet started and when shit got wild.
I jerked off on sex.com.
Yes, dude.
That's
I jerked off on girls.com, bro.
That's a government website now.
That's like condoms from it. Family
With a
Planet.
Z, girls with a Z.com, bro.
Girls with a Z. There's a Dragon Ball Z girl club, dude. You're crazy. Girls with a Z.
That was
That's
before
nuts.
free ones came in and put their
Sexworld.com.
Sex World.
Go to the bottom for videos.
Pinkworld.com was it was just a pink page, pink background with blue links that just said like big tits, big ass.
How much did you get? Like my computer, we had 3 boys in the house, just had viruses all fucking day, dude. Like my mom would go to Google something and it would just be like porn.
Like a human body being eaten away by cancer. The computer was just like, I can't do it anymore.
Dude, that's why parents of our age and our generation thought the internet was so bad. It's because all the pop-ups they knew were just
terrible things.
Nude. And it's like, that wasn't coming randomly, Mom.
Want a 12-inch dick?
Yeah, not every computer has that, Mom.
Why does this computer want my dick to be so large?
I
my dad just didn't do it. My dad just didn't do the internet.
Oh, my
didn't do the internet from the beginning until like a few years back.
He just refused to
dude, it was crazy.
participate.
Like 5 years ago, he got into YouTube. It's the funniest thing. He's pulling up like Frankie's finger fucking video. The kid bit him. You're like, you're fucking nut, dude.
My dad just got like an iPad and like he'll look at the internet.
Yeah,
a little bit, but
iPads.
That's it.
iPads are made for easy shit. Like, you ever see a kid use one? And
Yeah.
just like,
They come out of the womb.
They made that for
They look like
know
Tom
how to
Cruise's
be
Minority
easy.
Report.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
They're zooming in and out and shit. It's crazy. My grandma was convinced the internet was a fad. She was like, "That's just that'll come and go. Like that's not going to be." A thing.
Nana might not be wrong. I think everyone's kind of coming. It was a longer. I think the.
What do you think? The internet's going to go away?
Oh,
No, but I think people. I think people are. I think definitively like less on the internet now. Like people want to be on it less. Like there's
people want to be on it less. People are on it a lot.
There's a surge of people being like.
I don't even know about that though. I think for every one person that you're talking about, like yourself, who's kind of like cutting back, there are people who are like, get me on TikTok. I
just
want to be
because
famous.
your New Year's resolution. Is
I think you're doing this, but people, everyone, at least maybe it's my timeline, but everyone on Twitter hates it.
Yes, but they're all still there, aren't they?
Yeah, but what I'm saying, they want to get
Twitter
on.
used to be so much fun, and now it is just the exact opposite of that. But yeah, I think that's the other thing about like this generation is like the internet. We got the internet, I think, at its best when it was fun and like the Wild West, and before it became this shithole that it is now, where it was just like truly like holy shit, we can see porn and you can find things and grow things and like the fun stuff, and that'll never happen again. That can't happen again. You know what I mean? That time was for that exact little decade, and now it's done and it's ruined. And if you didn't get to experience that, you'll never know it. It was the fucking best.
But it's what we've done. Like we've done this.
Yeah.
We like the fact of the matter that Elon Musk is a cool person. Like
Well,
some
no.
People think
yes, because he's not.
No,
yeah.
Like, and so is Mark, the fucking Facebook dude. Like, they were gonna fight.
Yeah.
And we were gonna watch that. Like, what the fuck's wrong with our society? Those are two nerds.
Yeah,
like,
nerds.
They can't fight.
No.
They can't.
In the Colosseum.
Dude,
right.
I was in Italy at the time that happened, and I was like, I was at the Colosseum yesterday. If they fucking let these motherfuckers in, and it also, for the
Let's
record,
just play a game of dodgeball with them. Let's play one game. Let's watch them throw it straight into the ground because they have no fucking physical. They've never been physical in their life.
Yeah.
I promise you I can beat the fuck out of Mark in a game of dodgeball.
Yo.
I would fucking destroy.
I think
what
Mark,
is it, Zuckerberg?
I think Mark Zuckerberg. I think
I
he would
can't
get your
stand
shit
him.
run by Mark Zuckerberg.
In dodgeball?
I don't know about
You're
dodgeball.
out of your
He
fucking
would fuck
mind.
you up though.
No, this is what I'm
Bro,
talking about,
I don't
man.
think you've seen Mark
Have you
Zuckerberg.
been punched in the face?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you even realize how much that pauses you when it happens? Do you think he's actually been punched
I don't know.
in his fucking
Yo, have you
shit
seen him
once?
training, bro?
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
I think
This is
who do you wanna fight,
crazy,
Ricky
bro.
or Mark Zuckerberg?
Ricky over Musk.
In a real
for sure.
street fight. Headbutting, biting,
Yeah,
gouging.
that-
Like, are we fighting?
Yeah.
Fighting you. Zuckerberg, again, I know nothing. I know he does take his training very seriously. I know.
But I could see in a street fight that you'd be fucking poking him in the eyes, kicking him in the dick and shit, stomping him out with Timberlands. I get it.
Shot. There's just no shot.
I would like to see that because he does train and he is like it's like Elon is forget about him. Mark Zuckerberg trains and does like Muay Thai, whatever, blah blah blah, jiu-jitsu shit, whatever. So he like has fucking.
So would fuck him up. Bad.
But in a street fight, Ricky Velez.
Dude, it's
Mark
crazy.
That is the kind of shit. Put that in the fucking Coliseum.
I wouldn't fucking want to fight a nerd. I would feel bad. There should be a dodgeball game.
Dodgeball.
Now that's a different story because I could see like.
Dude, nerds can't even run. Have you seen them run? They just tighten up their arms and put it behind them.
They look like anime characters.
They look like anime characters. It's just him and Zuckerberg standing there in the middle of the Coliseum doing that shit. Fucking dork.
Hadouken!
It's just crazy to me that people
this is who like Zuck trains with.
Okay, I can hang out around a bunch of tough guys too, bro. Like that don't mean shit. That's crazy.
That's a good point.
That's who trains with him. That's who punches him in his shit. No, that's a bunch of people that like a billionaire.
Yeah, that's for certain. It's the new year. It's time to eat better. Time to be healthy. Time to learn a new skill. Time to save money. All of those resolutions combined in one HelloFresh box because you learn how to cook. You save money, not ordering delivery and paying fees. You eat healthier and cleaner, and you learn a skill on how to cook. And it's all in one affordable box that comes with unbelievable meals, a wide menu to choose from, all sorts of different. You know, I would have thought these things would be like grilled chicken, steak. You know, that's it. We're talking like foreign flair and different.
Bro, yesterday or 2 days ago, it saved my life. I woke up on the couch so hungry. Like, so hungry, I'm like, I don't have time to order food. HelloFresh had been delivered that day. So it was Monday. And I was like, I hope there's something in here quick. And beef quesadillas. And they were, bro, I made a sauce with them. It was cream cheese, sour cream, hot sauce. Put that in the microwave for like 30 seconds. Woo! Stirred it up, put that in there. It was unbelievable.
Come get some.
Like we've said before, like I would have died if it wasn't for HelloFresh.
HelloFresh will save your life.
Yeah.
Everything comes prepackaged and pre-portioned, so like even a dying idiot like Feitelberg can cook up a quesadilla with beef and sauce. Oh, my mouth is watering. I can't wait to go home.
I knew quesadilla was going to
I'm going home and having some HelloFresh for dinner tonight. So like I said, check the boxes on all of those resolutions and go to HelloFresh.com/KFC free and use code KFC free for free breakfast for life. So you get one breakfast item per box as long as your subscription is active. So you get your lunch meals, you get your dinners, and then they'll always throw in one free breakfast meal for the rest of your life. That's breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/KFC free, code KFC free.
Dude, that's so crazy to surround yourself.
Like this dude is just letting himself get fucking put to sleep by Mark Zuckerberg for like, give me $100,000, you can choke me out.
Zuckerberg looks like Slender Man, bro.
Bro, I love the fact that you don't even know.
You can't even say his name.
He's a dork. I don't fucking respect him.
But I'm
not gonna learn his name. I don't like dorks. We were having fun in the '90s. We were outside on our bikes, and they were inside on the internet, being like, "How do we make them come inside?" And now we're stuck in this shitty fucking world.
They brought everybody inside.
Electric cars. Yeah, okay. Come on, dude. I'm a man.
You want me to plug my car in?
You're going to plug my car in when I get home. Okay. Yeah. Dude, that's crazy.
I think Zuckerberg is 1,000 times better than Musk, though. Musk is the worst. Elon Musk's the worst. Because at least Zuckerberg is just in his nerd world. Elon Musk thinks he's fucking you. Elon Musk is like, I'm a comedian.
He thinks he's funny. He definitely thinks he's funny.
Definitely thinks he's funny. But you know what's worse is that he thinks that
they both
because there
spectrum?
are people telling him, probably.
Mark,
I think
Elon came out definitely. Mark is not diagnosed.
I would at least not publicize it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because then I definitely can't fight him.
Bro, you can fight autistics now because everyone says they're autistic. Like, I couldn't pick you out of the crowd. Everyone's like, I'm autistic.
Everyone's on the fucking spectrum.
Yeah, it's a nice way of being like, I'm not an asshole.
Yeah. Fuck off. I think the worst part is that there are people who like Elon Musk will tweet a joke or whatever, a meme, and people are like, "Dude, he's so funny. You're the meme lord." Like, ugh. I don't blame him for being like, I don't know, I'm a billionaire. These people fucking think I'm funny, I guess. But it's like the people who actually think that guy is cool. Ugh.
His
Those
head,
people
his
should
head
kill
is
themselves.
so big.
Ugh, his voice is all weird.
Dude, Stobbs' new special. He says, I think people think Musk is cool just because we can't place his accent.
Yeah, what is it, by the way? Where is he from?
He's South African. I don't know
It's
what.
very strange the way he talks.
Yeah.
You ever see his mom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she looks like a kind of like a supervillain too.
Yeah,
right?
she looks like an X-Men.
Yeah, right. Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, there's a wild story about her. The family's more fucked up than they were on some Bill Cunningham shit. There's some stories about.
He's
like,
on that. He got a lot of baby mamas, bro.
Yeah, but there's a story thing about like his father. Let me see if I can pull it up. His father, like.
I think he married his
stepdaughter. His Elon Musk's dad.
I got some of that in my
married
family.
his stepdaughter.
Yeah.
I got
Married his
like
stepdaughter?
no, I got like on my Puerto Rican side, like not too far back, there was 2 people that got married that were related.
But that's how related are we talking?
I don't know why I'm trying to.
I don't know.
I'm like, well, hang on, Ricky. I'm coming to your rescue. I'm like, well, it's not that weird.
No, it's bad. It's bad. It's a large amount of mental illness in my family.
Well, the Puerto Ricans get wild, man. I've always said that about you. The
I
Puerto
think it
Rican
might be my
Irish is
grandma's grandparents.
Grandma's grandparents were.
we're related.
Yeah,
Cousins?
I heard some shit like that. Allegedly.
Because this is
Allegedly, like they're gonna come find me.
Elon's dad had 2 children with his stepdaughter, but theoretically there is no blood there. Whereas your Puerto Rican grandparents might have been even crazier.
I don't know too much. We don't ask. I heard rumor about it. I was like, I don't need to know too much about this.
Oh, about good.
I feel like that. All that shit has got to be so good for writing.
With Musk and all these people?
No. I mean, having a wild family like that.
Oh, yeah. No, they make it amazing. Yeah, no.
Like, if you weren't a
great.
comedian, it would just be a waste of fucking material. You know?
No, it would just be sad.
Yeah, you get to turn your trauma into money. Everyone else just has to deal with it.
It's very funny. I was talking about it the other day. My dad got married and sold our childhood home within the last couple of weeks without telling us. He's out here. He's lit, bro.
Got married and sold the home.
Turn up. I got a phone call. I always get these phone calls where they're like, Ricky, sit down. And it's just like somebody in my family trying to tell me some news that they think I'm going to be upset about.
You don't give a fuck about
At this point, I'm so numb. I'm just like, what's happening?
This doesn't even register. This doesn't even crack the top 20.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's good.
So he's just like, I found a girl, married, and I'm out.
Yeah,
I
I
live
found
in Florida,
out on Facebook,
whatever.
dude. It's looking good.
You found out on Facebook?
Oh, are you guys just like estranged or like you
Yeah,
talk?
dog.
You don't talk at all, then you
we
just
don't
find
talk,
out.
and then found out on
I
Facebook.
got a new wife. And
Sick, dog. Living down in Florida like the good people do. You know, just living down there. Catching some rays.
Like the good people in
Florida.
You know.
Dude, I spend time down in Florida. I think Florida peaked already, though. I think Miami's done.
You think so?
Yeah, it's not fun no more.
I mean, Miami, you got to also specify the like.
You
Miami
can go to
and
8
Florida,
restaurants
to me,
and be good and done with that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't spent much time there. I went to college in Florida, but I never spent much time in Miami. But it doesn't appeal to me.
I spent a lot of time there, like around the pandemic and whatnot, and then like I was just like, this is wild. Like it's just too wild, and everybody's a liar, and everybody's weird and fake out here. I don't like it at all. Yeah, like I had this one trip. It made me laugh. This girl, she got on the flight, right? She sat right next to me. She had a huge ass when she sat down, but she was smaller than me. But when she sat, she was taller than me. Because her ass was so big and fat and fake.
That's crazy.
She was like this much taller than me. But when we stood next to each other, she was shorter than me. And I was like, I don't like this place no more. I flew there once from Philly, bro. This one girl brought balloons on the plane. Like, I couldn't understand how they got through security. I just couldn't understand. These balloons on the plane. Yeah, Philly girl with just balloons. I was just like, I hate this town. I'm done. I'm done. They tried to rob me out there not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, really bad. At a hotel. The hotel
Like
was
stuck
part
up?
of it. Yeah.
No way.
Hotel was a part of it. I can't say which one, and there's
Fuck
reasons
that.
why. I can't say which one. But
fuck them.
Yeah, it was a thing. They
like in your room or in the
yeah,
lobby?
they came in while I was sleeping.
No shit.
Yeah, man.
So
it
you
was
think
scary.
that's like they call up and they go, Ricky Velez is in room
Well, I
317.
had switched rooms, and when I switched rooms, I had packed my bags in front of somebody that worked there.
No way.
And about 4 hours later, when I was supposed to be down at my show, I was asleep because I was late. And somebody
so they thought they were going to walk in.
They
and
thought
just
they were
yoink
going to
it.
break in my room while I wasn't in it.
And so you're there, and what
Upset,
happens?
and I start going off.
So so did they try?
This is how you know Zuckerberg doesn't say maybe I'm wrong.
They took off down my hallway, and out of like my lawyer involved, a buddy of mine who like deals with shit like this, all this involved, and like it came down to the cameras were broken on my floor. And I was like, come on, man. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And I basically got a phone call from my lawyer. He's like, yo, go to this hotel, stay here, don't tell nobody where you're staying, and fly out in the morning. That's what I did.
Is that your last time there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do it. That'll
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that. So they just walk in.
They don't walk in. They
So
try to break the latch off the wall.
Oh, I thought it was like the hotel would like give them a key.
They did have a key.
Oh,
and
but
then
I
had the latch on.
Oh god.
And then they
smart.
tried to break the latch off the wall.
Then yeah.
Yeah,
Because I thought it was gonna be something like
I had like
oh,
three
Mr.
guys
Velez,
throwing
I'm so
themselves into
sorry.
a door.
Yeah.
No.
You might not want to reveal it, and that's obviously fine. Can I ask what they saw that they wanted so bad?
Yeah, were you rolling fucking? What do you got? Just bricks of cash?
Cash
And jewelry. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn, that's
It's just
fucked.
made me rethink my way of moving, my
Yeah.
way of like not carrying cash on me, not being on the road with a Louis Vuitton bag, like
Yeah.
being spotted in ways you can be spotted. It just made me like calm down all that bullshit.
That was
and definitely
that was like that Kim Kardashian shit where it was like she was posting.
Well, that's what I
where
always
she
think of.
was,
It's
you know?
like, yo, I'm traveling with some of my buddies. Like they're on different floors. Like I don't have security. I don't have anything with me.
Right.
So like, I'm really kind of asking for it. Like I was, I took a big step back after that happened. It was like, hey, it's time to like really take into perspective what you're doing and how you're moving.
Yeah.
Because there's that in between of like I'm big enough that I have money and people might know who I am, but I'm not big enough that I roll with security or whatever.
No,
so
not
that's
at
a
all.
bad spot to be though, where it's like that's how you get picked off. You know?
Yeah, and it happened,
Right,
and it was
right.
it was frightening. The hotel security ended up like interrogating me as if I was doing something wrong. Like it was really crazy.
Really?
Yeah. Asking me if I have enemies in Miami. I'm like, what, dude?
Yes, this fucking this hotel.
I was like, what do you mean, dude? I'm
Was
not
it
a
was it
rapper.
like a
I'm here to do the corporate gig. What are you talking about, enemies, dude?
it wasn't like a chain. It was like a boutique type spot.
No, it used to be a chain. It had got knocked off a chain. I'm saying too much. Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
What?
yeah,
You just said something interesting. What percentage of celebrities travel with security?
It's
gotta be slim,
It
right?
depends, man. I mean, like I would say a good amount.
Good amount.
A good amount, but also like it's also like when you're doing a tour, you get security through like the companies or something like that. Like
I see.
I mean, after like Chappelle got tackled
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Chris
yeah.
got slapped, I was with Mulaney that year and they put security on us.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. That guy will gouge your eyes and beat the shit out of Elon Musk as well.
Take it back.
We would just ask him fighting questions all day. We would just ask him fighting questions all day.
Yeah.
I'll bite you. Well, we're like, hey, you get choked out from behind. You don't see it coming. What do you do? He's like, I'll bite you.
Dude, I would be like a kid if I was in a room with a man, like a real man. Like, how'd you kill me with that? How would you kill me with that?
Oh,
How'd you
dude,
kill me with that?
he has it all.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he was like getting mad at one point because like he wasn't allowed to carry a gun. He's just like, I need a Beretta. I'm like, dude, what the fuck you need a Beretta for? But yeah, no. During tours and stuff like that, you definitely need it just because you're moving around a large amount of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you on the road right now?
I just finished up. For the year. Last year, the writer's strike really put us in a position last year where we booked all these dates. So I jumped on with Mulaney, Jon Stewart, and Pete Davidson. So I just finished Pete's, I think, Tuesday.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
dude, he just had a special drop too.
It's
right?
awesome. Have you seen Turbo
I didn't know it was
Fonzarelli?
coming out.
Joe, check it out. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's his best work yet. It's unbelievable.
I thought that
no.
Yeah, I
Did
just
he secretly
someone,
like
2
drop
days
that?
ago.
Because I was like, I didn't
he
hear a fucking word.
secretly went
Dude,
on tour.
that's
He
the
called me. He
fucking-
was like, "Yo, I'm gonna jump on the road." He did 6 months straight, dogged it, brought out all the guys. We went on tour. We dogged it up and down the coast.
Yeah.
Started in Florida. It was amazing.
I probably talked to like 3 to 5 people. Everyone's like, "Dude, it's awesome."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
no,
great.
it's really
Yeah.
incredible. He
I
did
would've
his
thought that
fucking
would've-
thing on this one, dude. It's great.
That would've
I'm
been
really
like a
happy.
whole
He's
big
doing
deal.
really well too, and it's really great. The whole
yeah.
thing is great. Real honest in it. Stays away from all the bullshit with the pop culture and the rest of that, and just
Yeah.
joke.
comedy.
It's awesome, man.
Someone
awesome.
told me the one about his mom not using her face in that kid. That's the only one I know.
Not
So,
using her
okay.
face.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
face it,
yeah.
but the-
His
it's
mom's a
fucking-
champ, dude. She definitely takes some hits. She's awesome.
So what do you got next?
Dude, we are writing season 2 of Bupkiss right now.
Hell yeah.
Which will be
I love that
awesome.
show. That show's
and
great.
then we have a deal over at Universal for a film that we're working on. And then we have something else down the pipeline that I'm really, really excited about. And we're teaming up with some really cool people.
When
but
you
we
say
can't talk about
we,
it
what
yet.
is that? Like you and a couple
Me,
writers that like
me, Pete, and Judah Miller.
Dope.
We all met on King of Staten Island. Also, Dave Cyrus works with us as well, and we just we've accumulated these projects that we have to get done. And now that like stand-up's kind of done for a second, I'm excited to like be home in
Yeah.
my house. Like,
Yeah.
dude, this is blocks away. Like, this is amazing. I
Yeah.
love like being able to be in the city.
Yeah.
And last year was a lot because I didn't expect to be on the road for 6 months.
Yeah.
And now I'm
So
home.
that was just
So-
like Pete just was like, we're going, let's go.
Pete, Mulaney, everybody, we
Right.
couldn't write. So what do you do, man?
Right.
We
Oh,
jumped
I
on.
see.
We
Okay,
jumped.
'cause
We
of
all
the-
jumped
'cause
on the
of the-
road and took
Right.
these dates. We're not going to cancel these dates, so we got to go and do them, even when the strike was up, and we
Yeah.
still had our deals. So it's nice to
Yeah.
get back to work in the way we were working right before the strike happened.
I got to get back to work.
Yeah.
You were on the road touring for 6 months. You were,
Yeah.
you were working.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
I
time to
guess.
get back to
Yeah,
work.
yeah, yeah,
I guess
yeah.
when you're rolling with your friends and you're as good as you
It's
are
so
at stand-up,
fun, man.
It's
It's
like,
so
fuck it.
fun. Like Derek Gaines, like
Ah,
Joey
dude, so
Gay,
good.
all of it. And it's so funny. It's like you come home and then your wife like wants to tell you a funny joke, and it's like, I've just been hanging out with like the 5 funniest people arguably
In the world. Isn't it funny? Isn't that funny?
You're not.
Like, no.
I don't care
Yeah.
what she's up to.
Yeah. Yeah. That's,
Can we just sit in
That is
silence
tough.
for a couple of days? Sick of this rap music playing back in my head.
Dude, you mentioned Bupkiss. What's it like writing
show
for,
is so
Joe
good.
Pesci?
I didn't work on the first season. I was doing
But I said
another
writing
show. Now, I mean, dude, it's Joe Pesci.
Like, it's funny, like-
you're just like,
Yeah.
all you want
But
to do
you're-
is
you're
impress
telling
him, so
him,
you're just
like-
writing the most. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all you're trying to do is get the fucking golden nod from him. So like, hopefully he likes me. This
Dude,
we'll see.
someone like that
I didn't
is
get to spend time with him on set last season. I was filming in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
So I did season 2 of Single Drunk Female, which was
Yeah.
fun, dude. It was like I got to act.
yeah.
I walked in thinking I was gonna improv, and they were like, "Nah, kid, go learn your lines." I was like, "Shit."
That show's good though. I remember when I was posting about it. I think
Dude, it
you
was
were surprised
cracking
that I was
me up
watching
how
it.
many dudes from Barstool Sports was hitting me up
Yeah.
about Single Drunk Female.
Yeah, it's a
dude.
good show though.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
good.
Sophia's the best. She's
Yeah.
awesome. And it was just awesome. Like, they just let me play something I never was before. And I was probably a little difficult for it, but they worked it. The directors were awesome. I got to work with a lot of people I really liked.
That's a good show to watch with your girl.
Yes.
Because, like, when your girl makes you watch something that, like, is not for guys and it's like, this sucks, but, like, it's a good in-between where everybody can enjoy it. It's a good show. Are you going to, we get you hosting any award shows anytime soon?
Bro, I'd do it. I thought Joe Coy.
Yeah.
I don't know him too much, but Joey Coy, I almost called him. But, I thought, like, I watched it back. I was like, this is good.
Yeah,
Like, I thought the only thing he did shitty was trash his writers. But,
Yeah.
other than that,
Yeah.
like, I was like, he's having a good set. Like, that's a terrible room. Like, I've talked to people that have been in that room, and they say just like, most of the people are at the back bar.
Yeah.
Like, people aren't even like, so it's like, he was doing just fine. I think it's one of those situations where you get up there and you can't hear the crowd.
Oh, right.
And that happens all the time. Happens in good theaters. It happens in ballrooms. It happens where stand-up isn't done all the time. And I think he just wasn't hearing himself and thought he was bombing.
Does he have a producer in his ear for that?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
I don't know.
too.
How long? So he was talking about he also took the job December 21st. So Chris Rock was supposed to do it, didn't want to do it, turned it down, whatever.
I don't
So-
think you take the gig and then blame it.
No.
Yeah.
But my question is, how long would, I don't know if you know this, but just Like, how long would you want to prepare for something like that? Is that something that takes months, weeks?
I would want more time than 10 days, but I also just wouldn't complain if I took the job and bid it. Like,
but if you were to do it, would you be like, give me 6 months and I can do this? Give me 3 months? Give me...
You can get that together in a month.
A month.
Yeah,
okay.
You hire good writers and you go out and you...
Right.
I'm sure, like, I mean, I'd love to know who his writing team was, actually.
Yeah.
He posted them. It was actually.
Oh shit! He posted them too.
Before the Grammy, before the Globes. His last Instagram post was a screenshot.
Of
like a writer's table and said it's about to go down. And then
I don't want to talk out of
That's why people need to get off this gram, bro.
Yeah.
Go home.
I know, dude.
You're 50,
I know.
bro. Get off the gram. Just stop. Everybody's a fucking man. It's just whack to me. You're just feeding. This is the best thing that could have happened to Joe Coy. Like, my wife didn't know who the fuck he was before the Golden Globes, and she's in that world. Like, she's like, this is great for him.
I spoke to him a little, and I wanted to tell him, like, because I've seen so many people when you get caught up in the blender of the internet, if you're not used to the internet, like it's all we do.
Yeah.
We've been in it. We've watched people be in it. We've talked about people, you know. So I'm like, just be real about it. Like, don't try to fight it. Don't try to just roll with it. Be funny about it. Be gracious about it. Like, whatever. Because when you're not used to it, and all of a sudden, like, the Swifties and the this and the that are all up in your shit. It's
she
like,
got him, though. She got him, though. I got to give it to Taylor for that one. She had the camera was, if you I want a picture of that going down because she's sitting there. Camera's pointed right at her. She knows when it's going to cut. Yo, that was dirty. That was a dirty move.
He did say, though, he was like, the one thing I regret was talking about my writers. He was like, everything else, like, I stand by, but I should not have thrown my writers under the bus. So he was like, I
agree with that. I just thought that was the only place where I was just like, that sucks.
He told me, he was like, at that point, I was
watching it back. I was like, he's having a good
I think the boobies joke off the rip really lost the room.
Yeah.
That wasn't the strongest joke, and then from there it kind of.
I think this is nothing but good for him.
Yeah.
There's nothing other than people now know who he is at a national level. That's not what it was.
Yeah. Especially also knowing that he is, you know, a very successful comic, where it's like the next thing you see about Joe Coy will be he's selling out an arena or doing whatever.
Yeah,
so it's not
he'll
like
take a Netflix special and then talk about bombing at the.
Yes, exactly
that.
Exactly.
It's fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah. All right, bro. Well, I appreciate you coming through. Now, now that you're come through whenever you want.
Dude, I love it here.
Come kick it. You can say whatever you fucking want all the time.
The new place is sick. I love it.
You know. You're being nice, but you know.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Click that button.
Or I'll cut off my finger.